Hi, Richard Montgomery, staff and students. This is Miss Gustin. I'm one of your computer science teachers here at Richard Montgomery. I know we talked about digital literacy a little bit in December during our advisory session. However, concerned with different events that have been taking place over the last few months since the first digital literacy lesson has aired during advisory, the Computer Science Honor Society and myself decided to create another digital literacy lesson for you and your advisory students to share and to discuss the different events that have taken place over the last couple months. I would encourage you all to take the time with your advisory students to look through the lesson and try to make sure you're having some discussions about the different things that have been happening. If you go through the lesson, you'll also notice that there are some notes at the bottom of the lesson for teachers. I hope that you're able to get some information for yourself before you are able to present this. But at the same time, it does offer you tips to help you guide you through. Also, there is a Padlet on one of the slides here. I would ask that you guys use it if you are able to use it, and if not, that's okay too. There's also a link to show pros and cons of social media. You can also use this to drive your discussions with your students. As you go through the activities, there are a couple videos, one of which is important to discuss about the social media dilemma. Please show this to your students and then also use the discussion questions that you can see. You may also want to ask them what is the last thing shared on their social media account. That could drive a lot of the discussion for this entire lesson in and of itself, especially when you start discussing the media and the political impact that social media has played lately in the media, but also online. There's also a discussion at finding your digital footprint. If you have the time, ask your students to Google themselves and then have a little discussion about what they find. You can also participate either with them or later on by yourself to see what is available online about you. The main point that we're trying to drive home with this digital literacy lesson is that social media is always available and students need to really think before they post different things about themselves. So being conscious on social media, thinking before they post, is definitely a good question to ask. There are several discussion questions at the end of the lesson that I would encourage you to also discuss by sharing your own personal experiences, if you're able, via your knowledge or your base or how often you use social media accounts. You don't have to give them your personal information, but it could be a nice discussion between you and your students and getting to know one another a little bit better. There are some resources towards the end of the lesson that you can click to link, and you can also get more information on these different areas to help drive your lesson as well. We hope that this helps during your advisory lesson and that you all have meaningful and interesting discussions with your students. You can also take this and discuss it with your own family at home. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at kimberly.l.gustin@mcpsmd.net. Thank you.